Hey everyone, Rachel Jensen here, broker owner of Luna Realty Belize on the beautiful island of Ambergris Caye. Today's session of In the Inbox, we are on question number 23. If you're just tuning into these series, be sure to go to the playlist. We'll add the link below and make sure you start at question number 1 to learn more about Belize, about real estate. This is really when we answer questions that have been asked to us by folks like you about living here or rentals or the real estate and properties generally, and get those answers to you. So for our next question today, it was inspired by one of our recent visitors, but then also just a very common general theme that I've seen across the board for people who are coming down here from the lifestyle perspective. So if you're somebody who's thinking about spending significant time in Belize, whether it's a month even to moving down here full time, it is going to be really important for you to set expectations as to what it's like to live here in Belize. I do want to say that coming down for a vacation for 1 week or 2 weeks a year or whatnot is very different than actually making that plunge, pulling the plug and coming down here for more of a long-term basis. So we have compiled a few expectations of what you really should prepare yourself for mentally before you come down, or even before you take that exploratory trip, or before you make that move, more importantly, because it is important for you to know this. Sometimes I've mentioned to you in our past sessions, I've been down here for about 11 years. And sometimes I forget to even tell this to people because living here has become my life, right? It is my lifestyle here, and you just adapt over time. So let me go through these top considerations with you. So number 1 is infrastructure. So please remember that Belize is a developing country. And because it is a developing country, we're still able to find good opportunities, good values here. That's why you can still find some beachfront bargains or Caribbean properties that may be less compared to other countries like Bermuda or Bahamas or Aruba, places that have been more developed. So what I mean by infrastructure is the roads. So this right here is the road to Secret Beach. It's, as you can see, it's graded. It's not paved. There are potholes, so make sure you're expecting this when you're coming in town. There are some paved roads. They still have potholes. They have divots. You got to work around them a little bit, drive around some of it. So you just have to set that expectation that it's not going to be perfect. And especially when it comes to infrastructure, there is a lot to be developed. In addition to that, if you are staying at a property, or if your property is within the town limits for water and you're getting public water, expect for there to be low water pressure during times where it is very busy here on the island or in that area that you're located at. A lot of homes here on Ambergris Caye, when you go north and south of town, they actually have their own water systems, whether it's a cistern, a well, water catchment system, and then a filtration system in order to produce their own water. So this is not as much of an issue, but if you're going to be within town and on public water, this could be something that you need to expect. In addition to that, I can tell you, since I started coming down here in 2012, this does not happen as often, but there are occasional blackouts that happen. And, I have to say that BEL, the electric company, has gotten really quite good at alerting you when there is going to be a planned outage, whether they're working on something or whatever the case may be. If it's not planned, then you can typically go to their Facebook, see what's going on, and then they'll update you as they are restoring power. But this is one of the biggest ones that I want people to remember. And as the country is growing, as the island specifically is growing, there are more people here. There are more golf carts here. And this topic, infrastructure, has been one that has definitely been brought up in the upcoming elections and by the government officials who are making sure that the island and country generally is run as efficiently as possible. But just always good to set those expectations up front. The second one here comes to food. So if you are somebody who is very, very picky, this may not be the right place for you. And I say that with a very loving heart. I have family members who are vegans or need specific types of foods, and they do find it a little bit more challenging when they come here to the island, to Belize generally. Belize, I'll tell you right off the bat, is not known for its steaks. Typically, we have actually really good chicken here, really good pork. We have a lot of organic fruits, vegetables, produce. But if you like something really, really specific, like if you go to Whole Foods, you're going to Trader Joe's and you like that specific bagged chicken, orange chicken that you can get at Trader Joe's, you're not going to be able to get that here. And so what we tend to see is you have to be flexible when it comes to your dietary intake here, because you probably won't have, and I know you won't have that same sort of selection when you're going to the grocery stores here in Belize compared to in the States. I mean, I know when I go back to the States, and I don't know if you have a Wegmans by you, but there's a Wegmans by my parents' house. And every time I go in, I feel like I could spend hours and hours there. But you will tend to find that in Belize, if it is an imported product, like Doritos, for example, you are going to be paying more for that for the import fees compared to the local brand. So shop smartly, go to different stores, see what they have. I do have to say the produce here is really, really good. We get the fruit that's in season, so you don't have anything that, has a really long shelf life. Whatever you're getting is fresh. We get a lot of our produce from the mainland, from the Mennonites who come in on Tuesdays to Ambergris Key here with their produce. So you're able to get things fresh. And you're not paying an arm and a leg for it. Like I know in the States, you're paying 2-3 times the price for organic. Here, that's just normal. So again, just keeping all of this in mind though. And last but not least is accessibility. I know in the States and many developed countries, we have gotten so used to having things like this when you want it, whether it's going to Amazon and having your Amazon Prime, that day or 2 days later, or whatever it may be, or being able to access things whenever you want. It's not that way here. If you are planning to have that sort of lifestyle, Belize may not be the right option for you. If you are ordering from Amazon, it'll typically take 2 to 3 weeks. I have a whole session on Amazon and an article if anybody wants to know how they can order from Amazon and bring it here to the island or to Belize generally, but it doesn't arrive in 2 days. And for me, I know that when I go to the States or when I'm planning to visit friends and family up there, I'll do a whole big Amazon order prior to going, fill up my suitcase with as much as I can, and then come back down. It really encourages you to plan and be as efficient as possible when you are visiting friends or when friends are coming to visit you. You can order stuff to their house. But if you are somebody who really needs this, like I know some friends that are like addicted to shopping, they're addicted to Amazon and being able to get things at the snap of a finger. And I do have to say that it's nice to be able to take a step back and not be as commercial, like not be as commercialized, be able to say, all right, this is what I have. Do I need more than this? I truly need more than this, or is this sufficient? And so we don't have the culture here of overindulgence because it just is a lot more challenging to do that and also becomes a lot more expensive. So these are just a few of the top considerations. We do have more if anybody is wanting that information, but I do think it's important for you to take a step back and be real with yourself. Is it really, really important that you're able to get the specific caviar from the specific store that you're getting it from now? Is it really, really important for you to get your Amazon within 2 days, or can you hold off a little bit? You got to be realistic with yourself so that it is a successful trip and journey for you. All right, for those of you who are new to the Belize real estate world, feel free to reach out to us. This is a great document, the 12 must-know facts before you buy real estate in Belize. It is things that I put together based on what I wish I knew prior to buying my first property years ago. But I am here to help you. Our team is here to help you. Feel free to reach out. We'd love to hear from you, and hopefully we see you here in Belize soon. Bye, everyone.